In the last video you seen me robbing the honey, and that's actually it sitting right there. That's the same honey you saw me robbing in the last video. It's a couple days later. I've got all my equipment ready to go, and I'm going to show you how I get the honey out of the comb and put it into a jar. Got a strainer and a bucket, a couple boxes of jars, a bucket to put the comb in. I got my honey obviously right there. This is a slinger. Put comb in here, crank the handle, slings the honey out, it comes out down there. And I'll heat it up, strain it, and put it in the jar. Okay, there's one that I got peeled. Just gonna stick him right down in there. Just like that. I do all the rest of them same way. Okay, now you can see I got 2 racks in here, and so it's time to crank them. Okay, let's see how we did. Yep, that's pretty much sling that side out. So now what we want to do is flip it over. So that's the side we just did. We're going to flip it. That side's still full. That side's empty. So we flip them both over. Do it again. Yeah, I can tell just by feeling of this thing, it's so much lighter now that it's empty. So that's both sides. We gotta do 2 at a time. So we gotta do several more spins on this thing. You can see down in there some honey's beginning to accumulate. See, it's kind of like there's a line like right there going around. The bottom of that is kind of shaped like a cone. So as we go along, you'll see it get fuller and fuller up into there. You can kind of see it on the walls on the side of this thing where it's slinging it out. I've been running down. look on the edge there, you can see where the honey's slinging out, hitting the wall there on the edge. Now look at where that honey's at in there. See it? It's almost to the top now. That's what we want to see. Okay. I've fixed all of the combs there. See down in there how full we got. So you can see, like, in the process of uncapping it and slanging it out, there's little pieces of comb and stuff that comes out with it. Like that right there. So what you got to do is we'll strain it with a colander, like a kitchen colander. Stick that spout right there, and that'll get the bigger stuff out. And then we'll run it through a piece of cheesecloth strainer, and that'll get all the real fine stuff out, and then it'll be ready to bottle. In order to get it to go through the cheesecloth, we've got to heat it up. So once we strain it through the colander through there, we'll heat it up and then pour it through that cheesecloth strainer right there. Okay, so here's my setup. Got this colander straining into this kettle here, and that'll allow me to heat it up. So you'll see it coming out of the spout right there. After a while, that colander will start getting full, start draining kind of slow, so take me a spoon, I kind of stir it around a little bit. Okay, so now I've got this kettle full of honey, and I'm heating it up, and I'm careful to watch it so that it doesn't get too hot. I want it about 100 degrees. Get it too hot, it's like cooking the honey, and it cooks all the good stuff out of it. So now I just gotta wait until it gets warm. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay, now I've got the honey stuff all cleaned up, and I'm going to put that empty super, the one I just took the honey out of, put it back on the beehives, and they can clean it up and fill it back up. You can see I got some of this equipment out here for the bees to clean up. There's some honey and the cappings and stuff down in there. bees are out here buzzing, cleaning up the equipment. It's about as good as it gets right there. So I got the honeys all bottled up now. Equipment's all cleaned up, being cleaned up by the bees. I got the old super back on there. It's going pretty good. I mean, you know, that's about as good as it gets when your bees are making honey and you get to enjoy some of the fruits of your labor. Yep, looks like they found it.